Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome to the second week report of my God Wars play-by-post game. Without further ado, let's get into it. In the lands of the Zentari, a new high elven city was born, Aliestra. With it, a new castle spiraled into the clouds atop Mount Zenoria, and around it flew a mighty golden dragon, and from the lands of the elves a mighty wind blew a mighty spell that sent reverberations across the skies and into the heavens themselves. The woodlands of Tariel were quiet this week, save for the sounds of celebration and dogs barking throughout the entire realm. Put a stop to that, shall we? Deep beneath the deep blue sea, Tamiya's people built yet another coral castle beneath the waters, beneath the waves, whose mighty forge kept the waves turbulent and its people quite busy. The mountains of the Dark Avenger were all but silent, save for the sounds of snarling beasts and the occasional shrieks and moans of those enduring Aradran's punishing justice. Meanwhile, a strange new city rose from the strange crystal formations growing in the sweltering jungles of the God of Wisdom's realm, and a strange crystalline creature could be seen patrolling its perimeter with pulsing, baleful eyes keeping watch over Dracor's newly hatched children. Sparks and smoke rose from the sinking lands, obscuring the goings-on of Uxmal's people this lunar cycle, save for the sounds of mighty beasts that roamed those lands and the chanting of Uxmal's people in their strange, ancient reptilian tongue. Yet another castle rose from the deep, dark, oceanic floor in the ever-expanding realm of Tempestus, the Great Devourer, accompanied by yet another temple to the ravenous hunger of the deep one's insatiable desires. The oceans roared off the coast of Eliath's domain as a treacherous range of coral reefs sprang from the ocean floor of the western shores of his realm, accompanied by unearthly music and a mighty spell not felt since the before times. Yet another temple rose from the southern gravelands, a temple to the harvester and his silent war on life. Countless corpses came forth from the charnel portals of his latest creation, another abomination to scar the face of Myar. With it rose a mighty behemoth made entirely of the restless dead. Another mighty war fleet assembled itself from the ancient seabeds of the southern polar realms of Iza, goddess of the Solis. Both her fleets set sail northward along the frozen coastlands toward the packlands of Arcanum. All has been silent in the mountains of Lord Bruce. Only a scant few hearth fires can be seen at night, and only if one looks very carefully. The lands of the Crimson Crucible, on the other hand, have been quite busy, raising another hobgoblin city and another keep, expanding their borders ever so slightly each passing lunar cycle. The hobgoblins under the yoke of Ratham Rex do not seem to be as busy as their distant cousins, yet they did raise another keep on the borderlands, and a strange new spark of energy can be felt throughout the land. If one didn't know better, one might think that Illustrandia was asleep and not weaving her mysteries and secrets together into something terrible this lunar cycle, but only a fool would believe the secret stealer ever sleeps. The waves seemed calm and quiet over Click-Clack Bibbledoop's abyssal realm in the northwestern seas, but far below the waves you can bet your bottom golden farthing she is up to something. The skies above the kingdom of Thimos people are aflutter with the sound and sights of countless wings. Large and small, fill the skies with beauty and music and aerial maneuvers to stun even the most hardened veteran souls. The Mothmen of Vermark have colonized the coast with another city whose smoky apex billows morning, noon, and night. The northern woodlands of Ionia were filled with the shouts and noises of internal struggles under Thanatos. Sorry, my eyes are really blurred up right now. While a single spiraling tower rose into the skies near the capital city. Meanwhile, in the lands ruled by Averon the Balanced, the sounds of festivities are beginning to fill the air as they too erect a single solitary tower near the heart of Thorn Spire, a jagged hill overlooking the Emberlance River. Ever quieter still are the lands of Eshmun, the god of prosperity, as they too seem to be preparing for a holiday of some sort. Whispers grow loud as the cult of the assassins passes from mouth to mouth and from ear to ear throughout the human lands, but where and how no one can be certain. Sorry, guys. The dwarves of Myar are not so quiet this time of year, as Lord Kurza's citizens erect a small keep and a new temple in his name. Kurza's cousin Gromdar, Lord of the Golden Horde, and his people are suspiciously absent from the surface world this lunar cycle. Hillfeather, the All-Father to the Halfling people, oversee the renovations of his primary temple into the most illustrious temple in all the lands. This grand temple overlooks a brand new fledgling city by the name of Brookmere and is celebrated with all the fanfare one would come to expect from the esteemed leader. How far, Hillfeather? In the Arctic lands of Arcanum, the defender of the pack, the wolfhounds begin preparation for an undead incursion from the far west of Izza, the goddess of the Solus, and begin moving the women and cubs within the castle walls of Castle Wargstrom. Far to the north of the Pride Lands, Far to the north, the Pride Lands of Lord Az are bristling with activity as the armies and multitudes build another city and begin renovations on Castle Greyfang. The squeaks and chittering of the Piper's citizens can be heard all throughout the lands, but what it means is anyone's guess, as the Ratcan are not revealing anything to anyone just yet, although the refurbishing of their one and only temple may have something to do with all the excitement. There you have it. For everyone who's participating in the God Wars, that is what happened. I'll have more for you guys. Hopefully Monday, if we can get everybody on the proper schedule. I know life gets in the way and things like that, but for those of you who are lagging, you're missing out because stuff's starting to happen, despite what it may sound like. There's a lot of interesting things going on in this game, and I look forward to seeing what's next on the horizon. Hope you guys will keep following along and joining us, even if you're not playing, listening to my crappy narrations. I appreciate it. We seem to get a lot of people interested in this, and who knows, there might be room for more people as people kill each other off, which I suspect is going to start happening sooner than later. But that's what I got for you tonight. I will see you guys real soon, and until then, as always, happy trails.